Hey guys, welcome back to another video in the series of Git Crash Course. So as you can see on my screen, today we're going to talk about Git Remote, in which there is a creation of same repository in GitHub. So if you have been following my course, we have created a repository into our local, and then we are going to create a same repository in GitHub, and then we are going to sync both of them. Then we'll push our repository to GitHub, push our changes, whatever we have done, to the GitHub. We'll do the initial setup before pushing because it's needed for the first time and it's a one-time process that we have to do. And then pulling changes. So pulling changes means if you have done any sort of change in Git remote or GitHub, and then you have to pull those changes into your local because there could be an environment where a lot of people are working. So that's what we'll learn today. So before moving forward, if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly do so because that supports me. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video. So first of all, you have to open the fresh project which we have created, and then right click over here and then just open git bash here. So I've already opened it. What you have to do is you have to check whether you have created the repository or not. For that, let's just okay, so we are just on branch master. Okay, so this is what we have done till yet. Now what we'll do, we'll go over here in our GitHub and create a new project. Depending on the version that you are seeing, you can see that the new creation of new repositories from here, it can be anywhere over here in another version if you are seeing it lately. Anyway, just click on new and we'll create a new repository. So repository name should be fresh project, and let's create it, and it has to be the same name. So a new project, you can give any name, leave it public, and do not click on any of these. You do not have to add any readme or git ignore or choose a license because we already have a readme file, and if we create anything over here and pull it in our local, it will create some conflicts. So all you have to do, just create the repository. So once done, it will show you these things. So what we are going to do, we are going to do this. So copy this and paste it over somewhere in your local. So once done, there are two options available, HTTPS and SSH. HTTPS we have already talked about. We are going to do an SSH over here. So just copy this and paste it over somewhere. So let's do it. Okay, there is one more option of import code. Import code is something like someone already has provided you some code and you have to import it. So you can click over here and import that code. What we are going to do is we are going to do this because this is an empty repository right now and we have everything created in our local. Just minimize this, go here, type git remote add origin and give that command. So once you pasted this command over here, it should work. Hit enter. So no response is a good response. This is perfect. Now what you can do is git remote -v and you can check. So if this is the result, then I think everything is working fine. You can see origin is associated with the remote repository. So this is our remote reference, and origin is just a convention that we use for the main repository that will link up to on the remote side. We can have more repositories, you can create many branches, but generally origins usually is our first one. So now we'll push the changes and that's what we'll test over here. Let me clear this so that we can test. So what we'll type is git push -u origin master. So this is the one-time process. -u is a one-time process because this is going to establish an upstream link between our remote repository and our local repository with the master branch. So that's what the first thing that you guys have to do. Once done and once this is completed, you don't have to use -u anymore. You just have to use git push origin master, and you can see the changes has been done. So you can see it's saying counting objects 100%, 43 out of 43 done, compressing object this and this, writing objects total 43, delta 14. New branch is the master branch that has been set, branch master set up to track remote branch master from the origin. If you can see this means everything is perfect. I'll just go over here and refresh this and let's see what happens. Perfect, and you can see all the changes that you did has come over here. If you go into 19 commits, it means the git log that we used to see, the git history, who has committed, when it has committed. You can see that the first commit was 13 days ago when I started making up this course on September 15th, and after that so many changes has been done so many commits has been done and everything is clearly visible over here. So this is the perfect thing that you have done. Click on the fresh project, go back again. Now let us consider a scenario in which there is someone who has done some sort of changes in your remote repository, which is this repository. So what you will do is you have to get the changes in your local. So let us try that scenario. What I'll do is I'll add a file. I'll create a new file. I'll just name it some dev changes, and I'll just give it a Java file or something. That's fine in the master branch, and I'll give some developer changes. That's all. It doesn't matter. All you have to do is just commit the file, and you can see some dev changes.java is appeared on my remote repository, which is on GitHub. But if I check over here and do a git status over here, it says that everything is up to date and the working tree is clean. And even if I do ls-al over here, you can see there is no such file. So what's wrong over here? Now let me just clear this. If I create one file over here, let me create touch new file for checkin.txt. So we have created a new file. Let us do the git status. You can see there is a new file that has been tracked. So let's commit it. So git add, I'll just commit it directly, git commit -am and give the message new file, and let's see what happens. So this is the untracked file. Okay, let me add it first. Git add dot, this is done. Git commit -m new file. Perfect. So let me just clear this, and you can see on the git status that this is perfect. Now if you can see the git status, it is saying that the local one, the local branch or the local code is forward, is ahead of by one commit, which is this repository has one commit extra than what this repository had. So there is a issue over here, and there is some dev changes over here which is not present in my local. So before doing any sort of commit, always do this thing, type git pull. So before doing that, I'll just show you ls-a, and you can see there is no such file which calls at some dev changes.java. But if I now push the code, it will create a merge conflict or some kind of conflict. I want to avoid that, so I'll just clear it. I'll do a git pull over here and hit enter, and let's see what happens. And you can see there is a issue over here. So it is saying that merge branch master of GitHub logic ops // project, please enter a commit message to explain why this merge is necessary. So there is a merge conflict over here. Now this merge conflict is an issue that you guys have to resolve. We do not have to worry about that, so I'll just give anything over here. I have to insert, so I'll just press I and insert. I'll just do this. I'll give colon over here, not colon. I'll press the exec, give colon and wq that I am saving over here, hit enter, and it says that some dev changes.java has come. So this merge has been made because what happened, I created a some dev changes over here. So I'll just do a cls, not cls, I'll just do git, sorry, I'll just do ls-al over here, and you can see some dev changes has come because there is a merge that has happened because of this code. Now if I do the git status over here, it says that origin master is away, like ahead of 2 commits. So I'll just git push origin master, and let's see what happens. And you can see that it has worked and the code is now synced with this. So I'll just refresh this, and you can see new file for check-in is present over here, which has come. click on 22 commits. Let's see what happens. So there was a merge branch that happened, that which we did, and there was a new file that we added. If you can click over here, it will show you what happened. So there was a new file for check-in that has come. So this is how to figure out. If you click on it, it will show you the content, but this is an empty file which we already know. And just let's just go back, and you can see there was a merge that happened because there was someone who did the changes. So that's how you do git pull over here and resolve the merge or some conflicts. So this is what happened. So this is our repository, and it is even with our this. So I'll do a clear over here, and let's do one more change. Touch last file dot txt, do a git status over here, and you can see, so I'll just add it, git add dot git commit -m last file. That's perfect. And before pushing, we'll do a git pull over here, and let's see what happens. So I assume that there is nothing going to be happen, and it should give no response. It should give no response because there is nothing to pull. Because in the previous scenario, what we've shown you, there was a file already, and that's why we were able to see that merge, and that has to be resolved. But right now, it won't show anything. So let's see what happens. And you can see that it says already up to date, which means it got synced with the remote repository on GitHub, and there was nothing to be done. So I'll just push it. So I'll just press git push origin master, and let's see what happens. So probably what it will do is, you guess it right, it'll push the changes that has been done lately, which is just last file.txt, and that will be pushed to my this repository. So let me just minimize this and wait for it to happen. And now you can see that it has happened. So I'll just go over here and refresh it, and you can see the last file will come over here, which is this, and this is perfect. So I assume you have understood everything in this project and whatever we have done over here, and if there is any issue, please feel free to comment below and we'll address that. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video.